Today I'm going to show you how to add a simple local database to your Windows Phone application. The first thing you want to do is create a new class for the database itself. You want to make this class public, and it wants to inherit data context, which is part of the link. You want to create an initialize for it. And you can leave that empty. Databases need tables. So for the items you're going to be adding into the database, you can create a table of that type. Give it an appropriate name and leave it like that. You can create multiple tables for each different type of object you want to be adding. Next we'll go to the view model, and we want to create a an instance of the database itself. Whoops. Public. And now you want to initialize it in the constructor. And the connection string for this is going to be an isolated storage connection string, so that's where you're going to be saving the local database file. So it should look like this. And then you want to give it the name of the database you want to save, so we'll just call this sample.sdf. That's created you a database file in isolated storage on the Windows Phone. So now we want to set up the actual table for itself. The way that tables work is that they need certain columns, just like an SQL database itself. So go into the object you want to be adding to the database. So we're creating a table of item view model. So in the item view model class, we want to set up columns. First off, we want to declare the class as being the table. So then the SQL database will know that this is a table and it can use its properties. The ID is going to be the primary key for this table. So we want to create a column. We want to give it some extra attributes, and it's going to have a DB type of int, not null, and identity. And we're going to let the database generate the value itself, and it's going to be our primary key. Next we're going to set this up as a column, and we're going to make this one not null. So say you've got a title, if you're creating a news application, for example, and the title needs to be never null. If you add that attribute in there, it won't save it into the database. So we'll create all these as just regular columns. And there you go, that's a simple setup for a table and its columns. So now that we have that, we want to go back into the main view model, and we're just going to add a little sample data. So in the load data function, so in the load data method, we want to use the local database, check that it actually exists, if it doesn't, we want to create it and submit it. So then that's the core database stored in local storage. And now we can add some data to it. So let's just add a little sample data. Items, insert and submit view. So we don't need the line 2. So what that will do then is then it'll add a new instance of that item to the items when you submit. So now that you've added that to the queue, you need to submit your changes. And that'll save that into the database. So say now we've loaded data, but it already exists, and you want to load that data back in. You see here we have an observable collection of items which is going to be bound to a control on the UI. We can I can just go ahead and call. Yeah, we can just go ahead and call. Nope. Okay, sorry about that. You want to go ahead and loop through each of the items and add them. There's probably an easier way to do this. Yeah, there's probably an easier way to do this, but we'll go ahead and do it this way anyway. So that's going to add all of the items from the local database into the observable collection, and that's basically it. That's adding a SQL database to your Windows Phone application, adding it to local storage, and adding items to it. If you have any questions, leave a comment, and I'll try and get back to you. Also, if there's a specific area you'd like me to cover, let me know, and I'll create a new video. Thanks.